So good morning. So let's start today's session. In today's video, we are going to talk about this problem called coin and triangle. Right? It's an easy problem. There could be a multiple ways you can do it, but I will be following up with the basic simple mathematics so that you will understand what exactly the problem is. So let's see. What is this problem? Coin and triangle. Let me open the pictorial presentation and then we will move on with this question. So basically, what is this question? In a nutshell, what he wants, there are some coins and you have to make a triangle from that coins. Alright. So you have n coins and you want to make a triangle like this. How? So if in row 1, there is one coin only. Right? In row 2, there will be two coins only. Whatever number of coins you have, so you have to have one coin in row 1, two coins in row 2, three coins in row 3, four coins in row 4. This is how. Each next row, like in row 5, you will have 5 coins and so on so forth. Right? So let's take an example. Here, you have 7 coins, right? So how you will make a triangle? Simply, in first row, I can have only one coin, right? So 7 minus 1 will give me 6, right? So can we move on with the next row? Yes, we can. Then 2. For in second row, you have 2 coins. You have to have 2 coins. So 6 minus 2 will give you 4, all right? And since you have 4 coins left, so you can move on with the row number 3. Therein, you will see the minimum coins required to create row number 3 is 3. So we already had 4. So 4 minus 3 will give me 1. Can I go back to the next row? Yes. But 1 minus 4, we cannot create more coins with that. We cannot create a complete row. So we will have to stop here. Right? Even though if there are 2 coins also left, we cannot create it. We need 4 coins to create that specific row. Right? So this is the basic logic that they are asking us. So what is an output I have to print? That what is the height of that specific coins, how you will make the triangle. What is the height of that maximum height of a triangle? So since if I input 7 coin, the maximum height I can attain is 3. That is, you will input the number of coins and your output will be the maximum height in that you can attain. All right. This is a very simple and basic logic. Let's take another example. When n equals to 3, you have only 3 coins. All right. So for first coin, yes, it will have one row. Then for the 2 coins, it will not have enough 2 coins. Otherwise, it will left 0. So how many rows? So the first coin, 1, right? You're left with 2. Okay, 2 minus 2. Okay, yes, I can have the second row. But in the third row, I am left with only 0. I cannot move on with the third row. So my height will be 2. The height will be 2. That is very simple. Alright, now moving on with n equals to 10. Right, same, the height will be 4. If you follow the step, that okay, 9 left, 7 left, 4 left, and 0 left. So the height will be, the next 5 cannot be possible. So the height is 4. Now how we will do that in simple mathematics? Just using this logic. We should have number of coins and we should have how many coins that we are left. Right? If we minus those, we will get the height at the end. Can you see? We will get the height. We just have to compare these two numbers. So let's go back and read the question again. Then I think it will be more clear. So now in a nutshell, we understood that this is the problem. So let's read the question again. Chef belongs to a very rich family which owns many gold mines. today he bought n golds, sorry. Today he bought n gold coins and decided to form a triangle using these coins. Isn't it strange? Chef has unusual way of forming a coin. Right? For the first row, he will use only one coin. For the second row, he will use two coin, third row, three coins, fourth row, fourth coin, and so far so on, as explained in this figure. We have already discussed this, right? So chef is interested in forming a triangle with maximum possible height using the most of the coins. So you have to use most of the coin, and if after letting you're not able to make the height, you have to leave it there and you have to print the previous height as the maximum height. That is a question. Okay, so let's start. The first line of an input contain an integer t. That will tell you the number of test cases. So it is saying, okay, I can put three total number of coins, three test cases. That okay, when I have three coins, then what is a height? When I have five coins, what is a height? When I have seven coins, what is a height? Right? So let's start. So likewise, you have this integer main, and the first line should be t. So integer t, right? You will scanf percentage t, right? T is the number of test cases that you are donating. Now t could be anything. We have to put it in between the while loop. Okay, if I put t as 3, then it will go 3, then 2, then 1. Okay. Now after that, the first line, the first and the only line in the test case contains an integer n, denoting the number of coins a chef has. Right? So n is the number of coins the chef has. So next you will enter the number of coins. Right? So you have entered n is the number of coins that is there. Now what will happen? Okay, if I enter, there are three coins. So for each coin, what he will do? Let me put for while loop n, right? If you remember, we have to compare it with some value, right? Remember that logic? If you have 5 coins, in the first row, you will minus it by 1, then minus it by 2, right? Because you only have one row, two row. For one row, it should be 1. For two row, it should be 2. So this is your I value, right? Will be starting from 1, right? And then after starting from 1, you have to calculate the height as well, right? When we minus, if I have 7 coins, so when we minus 7 by 1, it will give me 6. This is the maximum height left, maximum coin left, and at the end, if I go till 0, it will give me the maximum height. So I need a one variable which will store the height, right? And it should start from 0 because initially the height should be 0, right? Then it will go on increment. Okay, when if the first row is created, it will increase, it will change from 0 to 1, then 3, 2, then 3, right? This is what our logic is all about. Now you have entered, you have 3 coins, right? 3 is greater than 1, yes. Greater than or equals to 1, it will go till this. Now what I have to do? I just have to do n minus I, right? And this is the new value of n. Because first coin you have taken, you're left with 6 coins. So now the next value of n is 6. 6 minus 2. Then the next value is 4. 4 minus 3. This is how it will go, right? And then you will increment height, whatever the height, because first you will get the height, and second you will increment the value of I. I will give you an example to implement before doing this. Let's run this, right? So this is a while loop that you have done. Now after this, print the height, whatever height you have to print. You will print the height, that is %d, comma, height. Right? So this is how you have printed the height, and after printing the height, you will do return 0. That's it. Let's see why there are so many. This is for, this should be for main, right? Yeah, this is for main. So let's see whether it's working or not, and submit it. Yeah. And the main important is this, it will check all the test cases. Yeah,